Hello, family, grace to you. Once again, this is Greg coming to you from FaithsMessenger.com. The title of today's message is Finding Your Secret Place. Finding Your Secret Place. You know, many of us have battles and we have issues that we're dealing with on a daily basis or sometimes a continual basis. I remember when I first got my driver's license. This was in 1976. Wow, I know I'm dating myself, but back in 76, I was 15 and a half years old and I was down at the DMV when I was on my birthday. 15 and a half years old, we could get our license back then. So I got my license and I've been driving ever since. I love to drive. There's a soothing, relaxing factor for me when it comes to driving, even when I'm stuck in traffic. Traffic has never bothered me, and fortunately here in Southern California, I'm fortunate that that's the case. And I drove everywhere. I would get out of school on Friday and I would drive all weekend long, just exploring and seeing what's down this avenue and down that avenue. And I think that's how I became so familiar with the Southern California area. But I had this drive that I would go on regularly down, if you're familiar with the Southern California area, it's down at the Palos Verdes Peninsula along the coast. And you've got beautiful homes and beautiful ocean views and whatnot. And no matter what I was going through, when I took that drive and I'd get out by the coast and I'd stop and I'd just watch the ocean and whatnot, and this particular drive encircled the whole peninsula, and you'd end up down in a place called San Pedro, California. But anyway, it was just a calm, relaxing drive, and I would come back refreshed and renewed, and whatever was bothering me when I left was gone. It was just gone. I had peace in my spirit. And I want to ask you, with all that you may be going through right now, where do you find peace? It could be a physical thing or place, or a spiritual issue or a spiritual place. What is it that gives you peace? It's vitally important with all that we have going on in our lives that we find that source of peace. It's in that state of peace where we can hear the voice of God. It's in that state of peace where we can de-escalate from the issues of life that we may be going through. For me, physically speaking, it was taking that drive. From a spiritual standpoint, I find my peace in 1 John 5:14 and 15. That's the scripture that I go to when things look dark, when things look daunting, when I feel fatigue, when I feel like I'm done, I'm just tired and I'm done. I find my peace in 1 John 5:14 and 15. So once again, I'd like to encourage you to seek out avenues of peace from a physical standpoint, but also from a spiritual standpoint. What's your go-to scripture? What's your go-to location? For my wife, we have a nice little garden area out in the backyard, and she can just go out there. We live quite a distance from the ocean. Her first option would be the beach, but since she can't always get in the car and drive for 45 minutes to the beach, she has an alternative. She has a nice place out in the backyard where she can just go and be renewed and just quiet your spirit and hear from God and be re-strengthened and get that joy back to overcome whatever situation you may be going through today in life. So I'd like to encourage you today to find your place of peace. Wherever that place is, find it, utilize it, make it your go-to option when you're under pressure, and defeat the enemy in every area of your life. So I'd like to leave you with that today, and I'd like to encourage you that if you haven't done so already, you're welcome to join us in our YouTube community by clicking on the red subscribe button on your screen. By doing so, you'll receive notifications when new videos such as this one are posted. I'd also like to invite you, if you haven't done so already, to join us in our blog community at FaithsMessenger.com. Now at Faiths Messenger, we have over 550 individual blog posts on the blog which address a myriad of different topics. Now these are real-life, relevant, everyday topics that each and every one of us can relate to. So once again, that address is FaithsMessenger.com. Now with all that's been said today, I'd like to leave you with a question. Now this question can be posed to anything that you may be going through today in life. I'd like for you to ask yourself, is anything impossible with God? Have a great day, family. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.